many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Ice Arena for today's match between Michigan-Dearborn and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Calling today's game is myself, Griffin Clark, and Tyler Ackerman. Ackerman, what do you think about today's matchup between Michigan-Dearborn and the Bulldogs if they've only had one match so far this season?
Oh, I think it's going to be a good one. I mean, you got two top 10 ranked teams. The edge, ranking-wise, goes to Adrian as they rank 3rd, and Dearborn is ranked 7. But in the head-to-head matchup, Dearborn did beat them 2-1 at January 25th, that game was. So as we wait to puck drop, the anticipation is crawling up everyone's skin here at Adrian College.
Both teams get set here to go to face off. Taking the draw for the Bulldogs will be Macy Pichet, as well as Riley, or Victoria Hahn, that is, sorry, for Michigan-Dearborn. Pichet wins the draw. Comes in, Bulldogs with a quick opportunity. Down low is Pichet. Pichet brings it up top, over for Shaw. Shaw down low, shot just over the net. Pichet carries the puck still, top of the zone. Shaw able to keep that in. Sensoli for Dearborn gets the puck out, but is not able to. Down for Turnbull in the corner. McCarroll on the puck still. Dearborn goes side to side with the puck in the D zone, not able to clear it yet. Still digging on the boards as the Bulldogs. Sneaking in is Wiltshire for the Bulldogs here. Dearborn coming down on a 1-on-3 rush. Morris gathering the puck for the Bulldogs. Looking up ice with the turnover to Nicole Hahn. Wiltshire looking to clear the puck on the board, still battling. Bulldogs recollecting themselves in the D zone. Forcer gives the puck up for Ray Peterson. White carries the puck back in the D zone for the Bulldogs. Forster challenges in the corner. Morris able to carry the puck out for the Bulldogs. Wilshire comes down. Turnover by the Bulldogs as Dearborn has a little bit of time to recollect themselves in the D zone. Up for Dearborn. Quick turnover as the Bulldogs have plenty of time in the D zone to try and regroup. Turnover by Smolinski to the Dearborn offender. Quick stoppage, we have a puck out of play.
First 3 minutes looking very interesting. We had a quick chance off the draw. I think it was Pichet that had that quick breakaway chance. Luckily, unfortunately, could not find the back of the net, but it has been back and forth so far.
Bulldogs seem to control most of this first part as they've had a couple bounces and we've seen a couple turnovers side to side, so I'd say pretty even overall. Bulldogs battle in the corner as that's Villard. Parent there to take the puck up for the Bulldogs. Staying on sides is Ashlyn Stitt. Gregan able to keep the puck in. Still battling on the boards. Gregan down. Shaw collects for the Bulldogs. Looks for Parent as she's able to nudge it into the zone. Taylor Robinson able to carry the puck back down to the corner as she collects in the slot. Good pick off of the turnover by Taylor Robinson there as she's not able to get a clean shot off, but she's in the right spot at the right time.
Goalie went a little bit farther out of the net there to get that puck. That would be Borso, freshman, absolute sensation she is so far for Dearborn this season.
definitely coming in this game with a little bit of swagger. We've seen her record, her goals against average. How do you think she's feeling as a freshman coming in against this strong Bulldog hockey team?
I mean, she only let in one when they played last time. Her goals against on the season is .95, less than a goal per game. So if the Bulldogs they need to be able to finish on their high scoring chances, as she is very good.
Statistics don't lie, so we'll see if the Bulldogs are able to come up on top in this game against Dearborn. Sensoli carries the puck through the neutral zone, carrying it wide, going to the middle, is not able to get through, she'll take it back. She carries it back into her zone, turning back towards the Bulldogs area. Quick pass to Nicole Hahn. Bulldogs toss the puck through the neutral zone, not able to collect it. McCarroll there on the puck, pestering in the corner. Taryn Morris there to shoot in for the Bulldogs. Turnbull on the puck, carries it to the corner. Pass down. Quick look up to the slot there by the Bulldogs. Oh, in front of the net. We have a scrum. Good effort there by the Bulldogs. As we toss up to the point for Morris. Over to Forrester. Shot to the net. Blocked by Dearborn. Turnbull still on that puck in the corners. It goes the other side now as Dearborn looks to break it out. Carrying through the neutral zone is Hahn. There for the Bulldogs. They try and get it out, not able to. Forcer tries to collect the puck off the stick. That is laying down on the ice there behind the net for the Bulldogs as she gets it out. Miranda not able to collect the puck. Go back down to the D zone for the Bulldogs. White carries the puck, looking to make her way through. Over for Wiltshire. Wiltshire dumps it in. White and Wiltshire on the puck. White protecting it in the corner as Wiltshire is able to pick it up for the Bulldogs. Looking through the slot there is Wiltshire. Dearborn able to fight off 3 defenders for the Bulldogs as they get it out of the zone. As Miranda will track it back, looking for an icing.
Go get it. A little back and forth. Had a little scrum in front of the net. Nothing to come from it. As you said, great effort. You need to have those for those second chances in front of the net, as that is the only way you're going to get past Borso, as she is playing very well, as we said earlier, as we have an offensive draw for the Bulldogs.
Now, Dearborn having the win over the Bulldogs this season doesn't seem to really phase the Bulldogs so far, as we've seen them really start to control this first 4 minutes of the game and really start to pressure Dearborn, and we've seen them stay very uncomfortable throughout this first couple minutes.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, the only chances that Dearborn has had so far have been turnovers by the Bulldogs in their defensive zone. It has been mostly all Bulldogs so far. I would love to see them shoot the puck a little bit more, as get the goalie down, get the goalie moving. You'll find a greasy goal, and that's what the Bulldogs will need.
Definitely a strong suit for the Bulldogs so far, I think, has been using their defenses. We've seen getting shots from the top of the point, not all successful, but definitely there as the Bulldogs look to cover the puck. Seem to squirt through the neutral zone and get back to the offensive zone for Dearborn now as we have a draw. As Schroeder will be on the right, and Sensoli will take it at center. Sensoli with the win. Shot by Schroeder goes just wide. As Stick collects the puck, not able to get it out. Dumped in by the Wolverines. As Gregan will try to collect, as she passes it over for Shaw. Shaw looking to the middle, not able to get it through. She turns it over. Shaw collecting off that turnover as she's tripped up with the knee there at neutral ice as she just gets up.
No call there.
Bulldogs not very happy about that as they feel as if it was intentional. Sensoli carrying it through the neutral zone as she will dump it in. Shaw knocking down the Dearborn player as she gets up gingerly. Bulldogs carrying through the neutral zone. Robinson coming in on the D as she tries to dance around the defender.
Ref got in the way a little bit there.
Seems to be an issue nowadays. Refs getting in the way.
Watch out for Jonesy out there, too. He loves to get in the way of pucks.
Shout out to Ref Jonesy. Dearborn carrying up through the middle as they break wide. Turnbull collecting the puck in the corner. As it breaks out front, Robinson collecting. And she makes a move around the defender. Carrying it through the neutral zone, taking it wide, looking to make a move to the middle as she's stopped. Bulldogs fighting for the puck there as Pichet looks to dig it out. Pichet carrying the puck over to Turnbull. As Turnbull's not able to get a clean shot off, as Pichet will carry to the corner. Still battling is Turnbull. White there, trying to collect. White will not be able to get it, but Pichet will. Pichet taking it back for the defense as it goes into the bench.
Yeah, that did look like it hit one of the Bulldogs on the bench. 8 minutes through, I would say the Bulldogs have dominated puck possession at least. Shots are still only 4-2, but has been looked to be all Bulldogs so far.
I like the confidence I'm seeing from the Bulldog forwards here. Even in the defensive zone, not all have worked, but we've seen a lot of moves come from the offensive side, and I like to see that so far in the early part of this game. As the Bulldogs look out front as they're not able to connect on that, but a good look down low by Wiltshire. As a turnover there by Smolinski, goes to the Dearborn. Not able to capitalize. As you have a little scrum in the corner. Still there on the boards is White looking to get it out as she will. Not able to get it over for Wiltshire though. Red Hoover back for Dearborn as she will take it up. Wiltshire there on the board trying to collect. Shaw skates it through the neutral zone. Electing to take it all in her by herself. She get a shot. And a good shot by Shaw there. Taking it all through by herself throughout the neutral zone.
She was looking for the 5-0 there. Unfortunately, Borso is just able to get the pad down a little bit quicker than the shot. Otherwise, that would have maybe snuck through 5-hole, and this game would have been 1-0.
Shaw only had one other teammate with her on that rush, so I don't blame her for taking that by herself. I like what she's doing there.
It just reeks confidence to go in 2-on-4 and be able to get a good, high-quality shot off.
Ballard there in the slot and able to collect the puck as she battles in the corner. Two from the side there, battling from the puck. As Adrian's able to come out on top. Still battling at the side. The Stitt, as she get in the corner. Gregan up top, over for Shaw. Shaw for the shot, not able to get a clean shot off as Sensoli will take it back for Dearborn. As she doesn't have much, so she will look to dump it as she gets it back from the Adrian defender as they battle there on the boards. A little bit of a high stick on Parent. As Stitt will take it through, not able to get it through, so Dearborn will take it back once again. As he will elect to dump. Forrester up. McCarroll not able to collect that off the boot. As Adrian will take it through again. As Pichet not able to get that pass from McCarroll. Dearborn not able to collect on that neutral zone. Sorry, D-zone pass as it comes back to their own end. As McCarroll will stay on the hunt. Turnbull looking to collect there. She will. McCarroll taking the puck in the corner. Up for Turnbull. Not able to get a clean shot off. She will still have that in the corner.
Bulldogs just outworking Dearborn so far. They've had some good chances, but they've just not been able to get any quality shots off as Jonesy calls them for offsides and the Bulldogs tag up.
I don't want to say Dearborn looks tired this early in the game, but they almost do. I don't see much urgency for them as Adrian has the puck again in the corner as they will get a good shot. And we've seen them control this game, as we've said multiple times now, and it doesn't seem to be swaying the other way.
They seem to be running around in the D-zone, which really hurts the stamina-wise, so that might be a reason why they look tired, but they can just not get anything going off. There's another turnover by Dearborn.
You see Robinson throw it over. Kenna Goodwin tosses it back to the other side as Gia Miranda will be there to collect. Bulldog shot. Good chance for the Bulldogs in front of the net. as Sydney White was taken down at the side. She's still battling in front. We have a good battle. Trying to gain ground as the Bulldogs. Robinson with the puck in the slot. Up for Miranda. Miranda taking it in. Shot. Good tip. Good tip by the Bulldogs. Wiltshire not able to get that through, so we'll go to Goodwin. White going for the puck in the corner. Dearborn with the puck getting it out. As Wiltshire will track it down. Has Miranda to her left. Over to Miranda. Miranda collects it. Back to Goodwin. Goodwin looks up. Up for Parent. Parent takes it in. Not able to get a clean entry. And she is hit from behind by the Dearborn defender.
2 minutes for cross-checking on Taylor Spence be the call. And we have our first power play of the game. 13 minutes in. The Bulldogs look to go on the peeper. Trying to get one past the goalie for Dearborn. A big chance for Adrian.
And not an ideal time for a penalty if you're Dearborn when you're trying to get your way back into the game. But we'll see as the Bulldogs can do here as Shaw gives it over to Pichet. Pichet takes it up the top of the zone. Bulldogs get a shot and a score! Bulldogs goal!
That'll be Sydney White with the goal. The Bulldogs able to get it across, and she is just sitting right in front of the net. As I said earlier, rebounds are going to be the name of the game here, and that is a greasy power play goal, and the Bulldogs are up 1-0 to Dearborn.
You had a feeling that was going to come soon for the Bulldogs on that power play. They controlled it from the start, and going into that power play, Bulldogs still remained heavy in the O zone. So a quick power play goal for the Bulldogs with 7:30 left in the first period. Shaw tossing it up through the neutral zone as Stitt will look to collect. Stitt will. Tosses it in front of the net, and a good chance for the Bulldogs as Dearborn's forced to ice it.
And icing will be the call indeed.
All the way down. The Bulldogs will go to the O zone. And a real good passing play for the Bulldogs there in that power play. We see a little tic-tac-toe action, some switching up top, just really confusing the defenders there. It did a really good job.
I mean, if you want to be good on the power play, you need to move the puck quickly. The defenders will get a little bit lost, and then you have a chances in front of net like the Bulldogs did for White to score that goal.
Good breakout by Michigan-Dearborn as Sensoli carries it through, looking to pass down to Schroeder, as Schroeder will take it in the corner. Gregan and Schroeder going after the puck here as Shaw will come in with Sensoli. Shaw coming out on top in this battle as she will take it up the wall. She's stopped. Schroeder carrying it through the slot. Parent will look to collect as she does. Over to Stitt. Stitt knocked down. Dearborn brings it back in the neutral zone as Stitt just falls through the neutral zone.
She looks a little bit injured there. Looking to her left foot. Hopefully she'll be okay.
Dearborn able to keep that in as Adrian takes it out. Electing to dump is Villard. McCarroll on the puck. Dearborn tosses it up the wall. Not able to get it out yet. Good shot by the Bulldogs. Is there in the slot. Still remained out as Borso got it at the last second. It seemed to be bobbling in the air there for the Bulldogs.
PJ had a nice chance going right down Broadway there. Off Borso's glove, and the Bulldogs were not able to bang home the rebound as it got stuck underneath Borso's pads.
Pichet will look to take the draw and win here for the Bulldogs. Dearborn will come on top there. Puck flies through the air as it bounces off the boards. Pichet collects a neutral zone over to Forrester. Forrester looks to dump. She will. Not able to get it through though, as Dearborn will come back. Perro not able to get into the zone, as Pichet will look to follow, but she will not because we have an icing.
It's the Bulldogs. 14 shots to 2 so far here in the favor of the Bulldogs. What do you think Dearborn needs to get going for them to get back into this game and have a little bit of pressure against the Bulldogs?
Well, usually you'd want to say the offensive zone, but I think it's the defensive zone here because we have not seen very many pucks get out. We've seen that slot chances where the Bulldogs scored their goal as well as where the Dearborn defense are making all their turnovers. So I think they really need to tighten up that D zone.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Right around the blue line is where most turnovers have been for Dearborn, and those just can't happen. As we have a penalty coming up here, and it's going to be against the Bulldogs.
As they look to call the Bulldogs Chloe Gregory. A little bit of a hit from behind. I don't think it was too intentional, but you see the numbers, you definitely can't hit them. So the Bulldogs will go down, a 5-on-4 penalty kill.
No, you want to talk about how Dearborn can get into the game here? This is exactly it. They have a great opportunity here on the power play. About 20% for Dearborn on the power play, but they need this one.
As they have their top players out, as that is Schroeder and Sensoli. And Sensoli with the puck right now. Looking over for Hahn. Hahn with the shot. Does not get through as it is blocked. Wood with the good dump as Wiltshire will track it down. She wins the race. Slides it through the defender as Sensoli is able to collect. Wood on the puck. As she hooks Sensoli as she's taken down. Can't argue that one there, Tyler. That's definitely a hook.
Yeah, this is not what you want for the Bulldogs, as it is now a 5-on-3. And we get some boos from Wow. I don't know what they're really booing about, as that was a clean trip, and we have a 5-on-3 coming.
Wow Warriors definitely not happy about that penalty, but once you stop skating and reach out your stick, you're more than likely going to get called on that one, as Schroeder will look to take the draw again against Rhea Peterson.
One girl to look out for here for Dearborn on the power play is Andy Evers. She's got 9 goals on the power play. So that's someone to watch out for as she sits right in front and collects the puck.
Up top for Dearborn. Hahn looks to go down. Shaw battling in the corner. She takes down the Dearborn player. She seems to be in a lot of discomfort holding her arm there. Schroeder still carrying the puck over from Sensoli. Down to the corner for Schroeder. As the Dearborn player is able to get up and seems quite upset in front of the net. Not happy there was no call there. Shaw takes down the player in the corner. As Evans is taken down again by the goalie.
Yeah, she was in the paint. That's all on her.
Up for Sensoli. Sensoli still looking over to Schroeder. Schroeder with the drop pass to Sensoli. Sensoli to the middle with a shot. Saved by Burt as Shaw will take it out. Good movement there by Dearborn in that second half. The power play definitely feeling the pressure we could see there in the corner as they're taken down with physicality.
They look to have 2 people in front of the net. I don't really seen that on 5-on-3, but if it works, it works. And there's 20 seconds left remaining on the first penalty and 45 on the second.
Usually you're a bit intimidated if you're the team on the 5-on-3, but the Bulldogs seem to be comfortable here as Villard takes the puck in. She carries it wide with Stitt in the middle. Villard still taking the puck. As we have Savage for Dearborn in the neutral zone. Forrester dumps it back in. Bulldogs will go 5-on-4 for 20 seconds. Stitt dumps it. Villard on the chase. Villard almost picks it off. Dearborn will go back to the zone as Villard gets it with the stick. Villard in the corner looking to the slot. Stitt almost scoring. It's on the line. And we have a goal! Adrian Bulldogs. Ashlyn Stitt with the goal on the penalty kill.
I don't know what exactly happened there, but apparently we have a goal, as a replay is showing. Pass goal, but on the PK, a slot right in front of the net, and it just somehow got past Borso, and the Dearborn defender was not able to keep that puck out of the net before it trickled in.
Borso and those Dearborn defender had the same confusion as myself as I saw the puck kind of jumble in the air as Stitt shot the puck, and we see the ref blow it in behind the net. I thought it was covered.
I knew it was a little bit loose, but I thought the Dearborn defender got to it beforehand, but she did fall on the puck, so she might have put it in to her own net, but we'll never know, Clarkie. We'll never know.
That we won't.
But the Bulldogs do go up 2-0. That's what we do now.
Sensoli looks to take it out of her D zone. captain is not able to, as Dearborn will force the puck back to their own zone off a turnover. Spence collecting there in the corner, up for Sensoli. Sensoli struggling there as White applies good pressure for the Bulldogs, as well as Peterson. Peterson carrying the puck, gives up Sensoli. Sensoli over, as Gregan will be there in the neutral zone for the Bulldogs. She breaks off a slash, carries it down the wing. Good chance for White in the corner. White still battling, tosses it out front as Dearborn will toss it back for their own defender. Gregan up top, not able to get it through as Dearborn will take it back through the neutral zone as Peterson collects. Stopped by the ref, and Gregan will battle there. A couple cross checks from the Dearborn defender as White gets it through with a nice nifty move. Peterson coming through. She takes it wide. Carries it behind the net. Wiltshire collecting there at the post. Wiltshire battling behind the net. Gregory with a good body there as Wiltshire will collect the puck again, looking to the middle. Over to Shaw. Shaw with the shot. Not able to get it through on net. White with a good pass as Wiltshire able to get it up to the point. Not able to get that through there is Taryn Morris. As Dearborn has time in the corner as they will get it behind the net. Gregory on the puck. Up go the Wolverines. Tossing it into the offensive zone. Morris collecting. Over to Gregory. Gregory looking up for the cross ice pass. There's Forrester. Forrester tosses it up. Morris will look to take it back to her D zone and collect some time. Behind the net over to Forrester. Forrester will toss it right back. Up the boards we go. She will look to carry it through. Parent wanting that pass but not being open. Parent will hawk it down. This good one will collect there for the Bulldogs as they look to toss it right back up. In on the chase is Villard as she comes in with some speed. Looking for Brent in the slot, and they score! Bulldogs go 3-0 with 6 seconds left in the period.
That escalated quickly, Karki. It just seemed like a normal dump in, and the Bulldogs were able to chase it down and wide open the slot, bat it in. That's one that Borso wants back. We talked about how good she's been, but apparently this atmosphere at the AIA has gotten to her head a little bit, and it's quickly 3-0.
This line of Villard, Stitt, and Parent being very effective in this game as we see Villard chug through the neutral zone with that speed, and Parent being right there to get the goal.
Yeah, a nice little backhander from her as the period comes to end. Your Bulldogs are winning 3-0. Clarky, what have you seen out there?
I've seen a lot of offensive dominance here for the Bulldogs, and kind of seen nothing really for Chloe Burton. That is, she still only has 2 shots on goal through that first period. So good period for the Bulldogs. As through 20 in the AIA, Adrian takes the lead 3-0.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to the AIA here on this Thursday night. Calling for you is Griffin Clark and Tyler Ackerman by my side as the Bulldogs are up 3-0 through 20 minutes of play. Tyler, after 20 minutes, we kind of talked about what we've seen and whatnot from both teams. What do you think the advantage, or I guess not the advantage, but what do you think the positives has been for each team through 20?
Well, for Adrian, it's their offensive zone pressure. They have been hounding Michigan-Dearborn completely as the shot comes in, and a quick, easy save will get a face-off to the left side of view. Dearborn, you're only down by 3. You got 40 more minutes to play. You got to have some type of energy on the bench and get yourself back into this hockey game.
Couldn't agree more as Shaw fans on the puck from the top as she's somehow able to get it through as Turnbull will get there behind. Turnbull coming up the wing. Gives up to Gragan. Gragan over to Shaw. Shaw looking for the point. She will get a shot and tip in front by Tess McCarroll. McCarroll hounding there on the wall as Gragan gets the puck. Gragan not able to keep it in as Shaw will collect. Tosses it up to Pichet. Pichet able to get it through as McCarroll not able to come up with that. Sensoli will come back as she will take it through. Shaw and Sensoli there. Shaw turns Sensoli down on her knees, and she's able to get back up after that trip as McCarroll will collect the puck.
Bulldogs are lucky to not be on the PK right now as the referee had his back turned to the play and did not see that trip.
And it would have been a bit of a soft call, but we see that sometimes. As if it's a trip, it's a trip. We'll call it.
Especially when you're down 3-0. Sometimes the ref wants to see a better game, Clarkey, and calls a little more penalties on the winning team.
Dearborn rimming it back around for the other side as the winger does not get there on the walls. It will go back to the other side. Spence tossing the puck up as Para will chase down, and Spence gets the puck back as Wiltshire will take it in one-on-one. She makes a move to the wing. Not able to get off a clean shot. Still has the puck in the corner. Forcer up top as Villard can't get it off. 1-on-2 comes Dearborn. Down to the corners, Villard collects. Dearborn on the puck now. Nicole Hahn carries it. Up through the neutral zone goes Evans. Evans not able to do anything with the puck there as Bulldogs will come back. Up for Stitt. Stitt 1-on-2 through the slot. Good chance for Stitt if she carries that through 1-on-2. Gets off a good shot.
She had she was a little bit behind the defenders. Defenders didn't see her until the last second. Split them up. Got a nice shot off. If I'm Dearborn, if immediately against the offensive zone, I'm throwing the puck on net, as they need more shots than just 2 so far through 23 minutes of play.
Not sure what the game plan is for Dearborn coming into the second period in the O-zone, but we've seen a lot of their plays get shut down. They're a little bit in through the blue line as they kind of just stop up when they get in. They're not carrying the puck through, and I think that seems to be what's causing their traffic jams there.
I mean, it's really good play by the Bulldogs defenders, being able to step up right away, making sure their gap is good, giving them no time and space to make any play once they cross that blue line. And as I said earlier, the blue line turnovers has been the problem for Dearborn as they find themselves down by 3.
Smolinski chasing that one down, but she has 2 Dearborn players coming back. Adrian not able to get that out. Stitt with a slash on the defender of Dearborn as she gets the puck back. Gregory not able to get that as she's turned around. Sensoli gathering the puck. Gregory with a hard play on Stitt as Smolinski will collect it now. Turnover by Smolinski. as Nalea Wood is taken down there on the wall. She gets back up, goes back to the slot.
When a turnover just like that, you get the puck, there's no need for those extra 2 moves, and you lose the puck. You're right at the top of the circles. You have to fire that on net. Get something on Adrian goaltender.
I agree with you there, and I think the thing for the Bulldogs, too, is they've had pretty few minuscule turnovers, but at the same time, as we have a penalty here by the Bulldogs. Get a tripping call. As I was saying, Tyler, their turnovers don't seem to affect them very much, as they're able to kind of collapse back into the D zone and get back into position, whereas Dearborn, they turn the puck over and then kind of just stand there sporadic, not sure what to do.
I mean, I think that's really on the coaching, that Adrian has just done so well in their defensive zone structure, being able to has held everything to the outside as Dearborn goes on the power play after penalty from the Bulldogs.
And a goal from Dearborn. Oh, not a goal. Over on top of the net. That looked like it went in.
The whole Dearborn bench celebrated. All of us thought it was a goal up here too, but luckily it stays out of the net and this game remains 3-0.
Piche gets the puck. Now she almost scores for the Bulldogs. Now I thought that went in. It must have been on top of the net there. Had me fooled.
It did. But luckily it stays out of the net as the Bulldogs clear.
Borso will collect the puck for her defenders behind the net as they wait, looking for the crisscross. They were carried up through the D zone now. Lose the puck on the blue line, but they'll collect it back. Good pressure by Peterson as White is on the defender now, and Peterson knocks the puck out.
Finally seeing some type of a chance for Dearborn. As again, we talked about that puck going on top of the net. But after that, it's been just hounding pressure on this PK from Adrian, and Dearborn can't really get it out of their own defensive zone, even on the power play.
I feel like the best way to sum up the Dearborn play so far is just not finding your groove. I feel like they're not able to get into a groove and just find a comfortable spot, and that's props to the Bulldog players and coaching staff here, keeping them uncomfortable, and just Dearborn not able to get anything going.
Yeah, it's all about taking time and space away, and Dearborn has just not had any time to get their head up and look for the open man.
And Peterson almost takes a stumble there, going to get that puck, but she will stay up as she hounds down the Dearborn player. Schroeder carrying the puck up the wing with Sensoli in the middle. She makes a move to the middle. Sensoli getting there as Peterson's there to fend her off. Up to the point as a couple slashes are shared back and forth, and Wiltshire will chase down that puck as she beats the Dearborn defender. Takes a slash to the leg, but she stays up. Move to the middle. Not able to get a good shot off, but good chance, and a hit here late on Wiltshire in front of the net.
Wiltshire gives a shove back as they go off. As Dearborn goes off for a change, they have their second power play going out. 4 seconds left. I just put out 2 defenders. Call it wraps on the power play, but Dearborn has otherwise.
We saw a really good penalty kill earlier from the Bulldogs as they actually got a goal off it, and they just don't seem to be phased. And we see them go 5-on-5 now as McCarroll's out of the box, and Morris will collect the puck here at the Bulldog logo as she'll give it up to Villard. Villard takes it down the wing now, looking for a shot as she gets a good shot off with a block M of Borso.
I mean, think about Dearborn's chances on the power play. I mean, you had a 5-on-3 that they really did nothing with. That last power play, they had one good chance, and the rest of it was spent in their own zone. I mean, you talked about not being in a groove, and you're exactly right, Clarkey. Adrian is just, they look in full control of this game so far.
And I don't think you can point out just one group for the Bulldogs. Say like the defenders, the goalie, the offense, the coach. Like, it's everyone so far this game. There's just a real good mesh so far, and we've seen good communication. Only a few turnovers for the Bulldogs, which is a really solid effort.
Yeah, they've played extremely well up to now. Not going to jinx anything, but this game hopefully can get a few more goals and make this one out of hand by the end of the period.
And they came off 2 games last weekend against Liberty down at LaHaye Ice Arena as they tied one game and won the other. So you'd like to think that even though they won a game, just that tie doesn't sit well, and you want to get back on that winning streak.
Yeah, that tie, they actually played a shootout, and their shootout, they actually lost in the shootout, but it doesn't count. It's still a tie. They did the shootout for fun for the crowd at Liberty, but it doesn't resonate with them. They look like the better team so far.
Definitely been able to turn a page here in these first couple minutes of the second period as they battle behind the net as Forrester. Miranda will look to get the puck, not able to beat the player there. Bulldogs look to get it out, but they cannot. Miranda with the puck, tosses it back up the wall for Robinson. Robinson tosses it out to the defender. Miranda collects the puck back, circling her wall. She tosses it up to Gregory. Gregory not able to get a stick on that. Kind of playing pinball here as both teams, as Dearborn will get the puck back.
We've been in the midst of a change from both sides. They have some tired legs out, and luckily the Bulldogs have now the puck.
Shaw with the heavy body taken on her as she's knocked down. Definitely could have been a penalty there as she was just taken off the puck and sent down to the ice. Parent with the puck, throws it on net. We have a whistle here as Borso covers up the puck.
Even as a 3-0 hockey game, you don't want anything to get too out of hands if you're the referees, as the Adrian bench is trying to see an explanation on how that was not a penalty on Shaw. She's even complaining to the ref herself as she felt like she was taken down in an illegal hockey manner.
Coach Clark definitely not happy on that, and I don't want to say so far that I think it's going to get out of hand here, but you can definitely see some frustration from Dearborn and Adrian keeping their heads so far because they don't have too much to be upset about, but definitely going to have to watch this game and make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
I agree with you totally, Clarkie.
Gragan gets the puck there off her leg. Give it up to Shaw. Shaw floats it in. Stick goes for a change. She does not collect the puck as Dearborn will collect it now in the D zone. Taking her time as the Dearborn defender. She go down for an icing.
That'd be the call. Yeah, I've seen this in the defensive zone. It's just like they're trying to go for the hope plays up the middle of the ice, trying to get something going on a nice rush possibly, man rush. They're trying to get anything going as they're playing 5-on-5, even on the power play. Adrian has just taken over this game completely.
Well, we've seen a couple times Dearborn's gone for that Hail Mary pass that's ended back up in their own zone, and at this stage of the game, yeah, you're down 3-0, but you got to start thinking smarter and get back in the game, goal by goal, and go for these smarter, close passes.
So that is collected up by Borso, and we'll have a draw on her right side, the side of the screen. For the viewers back at home, Adrian's up 3-0, 11 minutes left in the second period.
Dearborn with 4 fresh new sets of legs as Peterson loses a draw here. White behind the net, not able to do anything as Peterson will track her down as we get shot on net, full 200 feet as Burt will cover.
I mean, that's one way to not ice the puck, was to be able to take that long shot and have it go on net. Burt smartly just decides to take a draw on her left side. You don't want any fluky goals happening to get Dearborn back into this game.
Best case scenario if you're Dearborn here, because usually you see the goalies try and play the puck. If it's coming down on for an icing at the last second, they'll try and get out of the way to get that icing. It goes right on net as White carries up the wall. Now she looks to shoot. Off the shin pad as Wiltshire collects the puck there. Just chips it over. White in front. Good shot by White as she gets that off the backhand. Up the wall, Smolinski will throw it back down for Wiltshire to collect. Wiltshire battles behind her. Peterson battling now. The 1-on-2 as the puck reams out.
Had a calm 10 minutes so far through. We've had not really many chances on both sides. It's been mostly Bulldogs, but not any high-scoring opportunities that Borso has had to defend against.
Now Dearborn's top 2 players, Sensoli and Schroeder. Sensoli with 48 points through 30 games and Schroeder with 40 through 27. How impressed are you by with the Bulldogs that their 2 players have not been able to do anything so far?
We'll get it covered. so I can answer that question, Clarky. They're a little bit noticeable. You can see the difference of skill and the Dearborn defenders, Dearborn in general. But the defenders have really just soaked up any chances that their top two players have had.
Yeah, it was good. Good observation by you, just how good their defenders really are. As we've seen, Shaw for the Bulldogs and Pichet, both with 34 points in 28 games, and Shaw definitely been a big factor in this game, especially on the back end, as the defenseman putting up 34 points is impressive no matter what.
Yeah, you can see her aggressiveness. When she gets the puck in the neutral zone, she's looking to skate through the ice. Even in offensive zone, she's always pinching, trying to get some scoring opportunities for her team.
I think we could call her a two-way defenseman too. We've definitely seen the offensive side of her as well as the really responsible D side. So a good piece for the Bulldogs to have there on the back end as Turnbull will look to toss it down to the corner. Wood on it with Gregory. Two Bulldog players against one for Dearborn as it's caught in the feet as Wood will get it out. Gregory still battling as we have three Bulldogs behind the net now, one without a stick. Tipped out by the UMD player as Shaw will get it. Shaw taking her time, collecting speed behind the net. Takes it up the wall. Able to get past one defender, but not by two as she ends up on her side. Shot by Wood, and a bit of a battle in front there by Gregory. She's not happy.
I think she was too happy about the play beforehand when it was stuck in the defender's feet, as she was just trying to waste time, trying to get something going for the Bulldogs.
And we've seen Charlize Warham playing hard in front of the net for UMD, number 77 that is, as she's been in a number of battles.
Borso just took one right off the dome.
Way to use your head. As UMD will ice it. Reagan beats Schroeder there. Yeah, I don't think she thought that one was going to hit her in the head, but she got it.
She full on like soccer, like headbutted that puck. As it was coming, it was a high riser, and late reaction, like you said, just to knock it away so to make sure that doesn't fall behind her and into the net.
Not to be cheesy, Tyler, but she's keeping her head in the game.
This guy.
Shaw trips up the player at the point, Sensoli that is. Reagan tosses it back in. Stitt not bothered by Schroeder's antics. Stitt chases. As Borso's out of the net, he must have got tangled up as puck's collected now by Villard. Villard over for Shaw. Shaw looks to shoot. Sits in a couple skates. Parent on the chase now as she forces it up the wall. Morano with the shot. Tipped by Stitt in front of the net as she looks to toss it out front. Not quite there. Villard with the off-angle shot as she's not able to get that through, and Sensoli looking to chase that out now. Miranda scouring the point as she will toss that down. Not able to get that through, or the Bulldogs. The battle here in the corner. Warren will collect for UMD, looking to get that out as she will take it through all by herself. Taking on Goodwin one-on-one. Goodwin pushes her to the outside. Sensoli there to help out. Stitt challenging up the wall. She gets a stick on that puck, and it will go out of play.
What I'd like to see the Bulldogs do a little bit more is use their points. Dearborn has come into a deficit of 3, and they seem just to be clogging the middle, playing directly in their house, Clarky, where the points for Adrian are just wide open. And if you can go low to high and get shots on net and get some tips and some greasy goals, we already saw one earlier, and this game could easily go from 3-zip to 5.
You're definitely right, and we saw it. Well, my big thing in the first period was commending them for using their points, but you're right. The second period, we've kind of seen them make some off-angle passes through the corner, forcing that middle drive and not using the point. But
Yeah.
if you're the Bulldogs, I'd look to go to Shaw. I like her and Gregan have been very effective up there on the point, so I would look to go to them for some shots. As Morris brings that one off the post, a shot from the point.
It's like they can hear us, Clarky. They go low to high and ring one right off the crossbar.
Forster collects, tosses it over for the Bulldog player as she goes to Wiltshire, but that's off a stick of UMD. Throws that one back up for Damaschio. As White will collect that one out for the Bulldogs as she chases it down to the corner. As Paige Finley gets that one for UMD, but Adrian able to collect it back. 3 Bulldogs down there in the corner as they need one out of that battle. And we see here, they all kind of collapse to one side, and we saw that slot area wide open, and I think that's why they want to go there, but once they're out of that battle, it's definitely going to tighten up. As they look over the middle again with that forced pass. Shot off the shin pad. As McCarroll not able to do much there. Pichet tosses it out front for McCarroll. McCarroll looking up to the top. She carries it over the top of the circle. Gragan gets in that battle. Shooting it back in was McCarroll. Pichet with a good stick there on the forecheck as she gets it in the corner. Pichet battles. McCarroll coming out with the puck as she carries through the middle. McCarroll up top as she takes a good shot from the point.
Barso makes a nice glove save. Looked like it was going for her chest, but she grabbed it with the glove. I think Adrian is forcing up the middle in the offensive zone is because they had 2 goals that came up the middle, but that was more off the rush. They collected the puck and was able to, while the Dearborn defenders were sleeping. Now it just seems like they're kind of forcing up the middle. I don't know if it's a change of the coaching from Dearborn to clog it, but they have had some turnovers that has forced the other way for Dearborn.
I think you're right with that, and I think they have the mindset of, okay, it's worked, we'll say 2 or 3 times now, and it'll work again, but you kind of got to look for variation there because Dearborn's going to get onto you, know you're going to go to the slot every time, so if you change it up, more than likely going to get another chance here soon.
I mean, they went low to high one time, and they rang one right off the crossbar. I mean, if it's going to work like that, I'd continue to do that.
Well, you can never argue either that you're not going to get a – okay, I guess you could because you never know if it's going to get blocked or not, but you can't go wrong with getting up your defenders, whether you're going to look for a slot shot, a bank shot off the boards, D to D, D to high forward, which if you're Bulldogs, you really got to have that high forward. As we've seen them, and I mentioned before, they all collapse into the circle. But you have those 3 to 4 chances, so if you're the forwards, I'd really look to get up to those defenders as they're going to be your best chance right now.
I feel like you could trust your defenders, too, if you're a Bulldog, to be able to get that puck through. If they don't, I mean, it's on them. You're up by 3.
And we just saw there as Morris gets the puck down, but Parent not able to get that in as she collects it off the post and almost tucks it. Morris over for Forrester. Forrester not able to get that through off a shin pad as Stick collects. Down on the side there now is Parent as she's knocked down. Up for Forrester. Forrester looking to go over to Morris as Morris will collect. Morris shoots it off a skate. Sensoli will take it out now as she is hounded by Stitt, and Stitt falls down. And so is Sensoli, but no penalty is called. Morris over for Forrester as Forrester tosses it up. No one there, though, as it will go down. It looks for no icing. Dearborn plenty of time to collect as they throw a pass up the middle. Gragan hounded, but that will be an icing.
It's been well. For the first time, I think, in this period so far, we've actually had the camera pan over to the left as the puck was finally in the Adrian College's defensive zone, as it has been all Bulldogs so far. They've had 3 shots for Dearborn in this period, 2 of them coming on the power play. So it's been all Adrian.
Yeah, as you said, only 3 shots this period, and Dearborn will go down right now 2-on-1 as they shoot wide, and through this first 38 minutes, 5 shots is not going to win you a game. And
especially when you're down by 3.
Right, and we've definitely seen them kind of struggle to get in that zone, and that's when you got to figure out what works and what doesn't. But Wiltshire will take the turnover and score here. Caught me off guard there.
Well, check out the replay, but I think this is just a clean turnover by a Dearborn defender as the puck got to the middle of the ice. Borso thought she was going to cover it, and her defenseman in front of him might have been Spence that was able just to pass it right over the Bulldogs, and it's 4-0.
Not much you can do there if you're Borso. We see her defender just make a very undisciplined turnover. Got to get your head up there and look as she tosses it right back to Wiltshire. She's right there to capitalize. Got to be in the slot.
I think it also comes down to communication as well. We've seen Borso come out of the net a few times to go at least cover the puck, and her defenders have just taken it right from her.
Wiltshire carries it up again as she looks to get to in front of the net, and they score! Wiltshire with that filthy assist. Over to Peterson. Peterson tucks that one top shelf.
And all of a sudden, in a matter of what seems like 10 seconds for the Bulldogs, it is 5-zip. As you said, nice little 2-on-1. Peterson was able to beat the back checker, and a nice pass, as you said, and a great finish to the top right.
All four lines have been going here for the Bulldogs. All gas, no brakes, but that second and third line have been real effective in Wiltshire. Just getting that fourth goal and now getting the assist on the fifth. That line is going, and I think that once again came down to communication. We saw more blue jerseys in the O zone than the D zone, and that's not a good thing.
You had 3 offenders for Dearborn under the goalie, under the line, the goal line, and that's not what you want on a turnover in front of your net. And quickly it just becomes a 2-on-1, and quickly it becomes a 5-0 hockey game.
And Borso just hanging on a whim and a prayer there on a breakaway. Not much she can really do, and we saw the UMD defender there kind of tell her to keep her head up after that goal. But if I'm her, I'm asking my defense for some help right now.
Come in the game with a .95 goals against, averaging less than a goal per game, and the Bulldogs have put 5 on you before the second period is even over. That's got to be a little bit demoralizing.
She comes into the game with 18 games played, 16 wins, 2 losses, so no doubt about it, she has some skill coming into this, but Bulldogs getting the best of her, as well as I think her defense kind of working against her. And the puck stopped there on the wall as the ref stands in the way and knocked off his foot, but Adrian will collect nonetheless. Off the foot of Wood now. Gregory shoots it in. Tossed up to nowhere. And Adrian will collect the puck again. UMD getting it in the corner. Gregory hunting that one down in bottom right. Out front for Wood. Wood not able to get a clean chance as it will go out front in the slot. Borso out of the net, struggling to get back. Robertson and Wood down there as it will go over for Gregory. Gregory plays the body. And once again, as I mentioned before, the defenders for UMD have been pretty physical as Charlize Warham in that battle once again. Gregory getting a stick on that one, intentional or not. Battle in front as it's there, it's open, it's loose. As the UM defender just plops right on top of it. As Warham once again getting in a scuffle as she gives a cross check or two.
I think she's going to be heading to the box here, Clarkie. I think the Dearborn defender actually landed on top of that puck as it was loose for a while. Borso was on her backside, not able to find where that puck was, and the refs are going over to Adrian bench to talk it out, see what is going on, and we might have ourselves a penalty shot. Indeed we do.
Yeah, you cannot cover the puck, as we just saw the ref state there. Anytime you cover it with a hand, body, any part of you, that will be a penalty.
Wood here on the penalty shot.
Wood not able to get that one.
Stopped nicely by Borso. But interesting, had 16 seconds left in the period. Dearborn was just trying to get that puck to not go in the back of their net. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs were not able to capitalize on that penalty shot as Wood was stopped by Borso.
Dearborn definitely getting lucky there as she's not able to capitalize, but I think Wood there should have got Borso moving a little bit, as we've seen her kind of struggle so far going side to side, and could have used that to her advantage, but we will continue as 5-0 with 5 seconds left. As Stitt falls down trying to shoot that one.
And the period comes to an end.
After 40 minutes here at the AIA, 5-0 Adrian Bulldogs, 0 Dearborn. Tyler, what do you think after 40 minutes here?
I mean, it's been really all yellow so far. I mean, we haven't really been able to pan the camera over to the left side, like I said earlier, as the Bulldogs have just been dominating in the O zone. The only chances Dearborn have really had was at the beginning of the period, and nothing else since that. If I'm Dearborn, I'm just trying to find myself to get back into this game, maybe get some more shots on net. But if you're an Adrian College fan, you are loving this right now.
Second period has ended, 5-0 Adrian Bulldogs. Coming up next is 20 minutes left of the game.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to the AIA. As you join us for this last 20 minutes in the third period for the Bulldogs as they are up 5-0 through 40 minutes of play. Tyler, how you feeling so far through this?
If I'm a Bulldog fan, I'm loving it. As Shaw is talking to the ref about last period's big hit that she took. But as a Bulldog in general, you're up 5-0 against a top 10 ranked team in the ACHA 1 standings. You're happy with yourself. If you're a Dearborn fan, you're not too happy as you are down by 5 to a team that just about 3 weeks ago you beat 2-1. So it should be interesting as Jonesy's about to drop the puck at center ice and get this third period going.
Pichet facing off for the Bulldogs. She will lose the face-off to Schroeder. Reagan with the puck on the wall. And another thing I think is different in this game for each team is the Bulldogs are definitely a lot more positive on that bench. You see them all standing up. Goalies involved on the bench, coaches involved on the bench. Everyone's just there, and we see Dearborn a little more relaxed and sitting down and not too energized, and that definitely impacts the game.
Yeah, for sure. As Borso covers the puck up, that bench has not been lively at all for Dearborn, even at the start of the game. Even if they had a big hit or a big play, here maybe a few stick taps, and energy is really all that matters here, especially when you go into an environment like the AIA where it is tough to come in and try to win a hockey game as the crowd is pretty riled up here.
And if you're Dearborn, you're still relying on Borso, even though being down 5-0 and only having 2 losses on the season, hoping she doesn't get too down on herself and able to stay tough for Dearborn here as they try to get it out. Coming back down is Warham. She gives it up to Shaw. Turnbull collecting the puck on the wall with Peterson streaming in as she gets a shot into the glove of Borso.
I mean, I don't think Borso has had a bad game by any means. I mean, maybe that second goal on the PK that snuck past her, she'll want to get back, but it's really been her own team that's kind of just screwing her over. I mean, that fourth goal especially, when she's asking to cover the puck, telling her defenseman to get out, and just a quick turnover for an empty netter. It's tough as a goaltender to have that happen to you.
As White's taken down behind the net battling for the puck there, as Dearborn comes on top, getting it out, but not able to as Forster keeps in. As she gets the puck, sends it back down for Wiltshire on the hunt there. She gets it out to White. White trying to get that on net as she's not able to. Peterson there in the slot. As Bulldogs shoot it back in. Dearborn turning the puck over again as it will go out to the O zone for them. As Morris will track that down for an icing.
In a minute 30 in, all Bulldogs, just like the past 2 periods. As a Dearborn player, you're trying to not get this game completely out of hand, as in the standings, 7-0 means a little bit more in the point differentials as well.
Villarda likes to take that face off on the right for her advantage as she loses that one. Gregan there to stop it though.
I think the Dearborn forward had that puck in her hand for a little bit and tried to outdo the ref and slyly drop it past the Adrian defender.
You're allowed to hold on to it for a second, but once you get that 2-3 second mark, then it becomes a holding.
Yeah.
Or delay game, my bad. As Bulldogs shall get that one from then. It's a wraparound. Villard not able to get that, and she's taken down with the slew foot, intentional or not, in front of the net. As Spence will knock that one out of play with the knee.
I mean, we had a headbutt by Borso, and then we just had a nice little knee kick by Spence as she somehow got that puck out of play. Deflection, she's hurting a little bit as she goes back to the bench, but making sure that Borso doesn't see that puck and a potentially 6-0 hockey game.
Seeing players from both sides come a little roughed up onto the bench after that one as Spence takes that one off the knee and Villard takes that slew foot as she falls awkwardly on her back. Both the Bulldogs will look to continue play here as Wood will toss that one back for Smolinski, and Smolinski will turn that one over to Schroeder. As Schroeder will carry that through and toss it back. Gregory on the hunt. As she collects that one, Gregory with the shot. Not able to get that one through Borso, but a very good chance there for Gregory on the turnover.
Yeah, it looked like Borso cheated a little bit to the right side, knowing that Gregory would, as a left-handed shot, and it was going to be coming from a better angle. Was able to cut it down and keep this game 5-zip.
Wood with the face-off win there. Smolinski will rip that one down as they will hunt over to Wood. Wood out to the slot, not able to get that through. As Goodwin will take a slap shot just wide. Smolinski collecting again as she tosses that back down. Over to the front as it collects off the pad. Dearborn off the foot as it goes to Smolinski in the neutral zone as she's not able to collect that one. And Schroeder will deke wide as it goes off Burt's pad, and she will give that back to Wood. Wood skating, taking off her stick as Schroeder will go after Goodwin now. Goodwin over Smolinski. Smolinski back up the middle to nowhere. McCarroll with a good stick. Goodwin caught up in her feet. Good stick by Smolinski there. She knocks that off the UMD player's stick. Turnbull with a good backhanded pass there. Pichet will look to break out. Her and McCarroll get jumbled up there at the blue line. Dearborn not able to get that one out cleanly, but they will come out as Pirro. Pirro up the side. Pirro making a move to the right wing. Gregan looking to challenge the defender there. McCarroll chipping that one out. Stopped by Pirro that was, and she gets a good shot on net by Burt. Taken down by McCarroll was Pirro for UMD.
I mean, Burt hasn't seen much. Only 9 shots so far. With 16 minutes left in the third period, but she's made some solid saves, making sure either to catch the rebound or hit it away.
And props to Burt, too, being tested that little amount and still being in the game. Typically, if it looks like we have something over here with McCarroll, and looks to be Pirro for UMDs. They get in a tussle and they go down. Sorry, Evans that was, is kind of WWE body slam there.
I mean, Evers just got absolutely destroyed.
As they draw back and forth still, as something must have gone on behind the play, as we saw the ref was kind of caught up in that too, but both will go back not happy, or at least one will for Dearborn.
McGarrell was smiling at her. Knowing you're in a 5-0 hockey game, frustration sets in for Dearborn. And you're Adrian, you're just kind of laughing it off. I mean, you just point to the scoreboard and say, well, you're losing, pal.
There's two views there, though, Tyler. If you're Dearborn, you don't want to play undisciplined, but you don't want to just quit. But if you're Adrian, you got that 5-0 lead. You don't want to be too cocky, but you also don't want to kind of rub it in their face and have it come back on you. You know, you don't want to get some bounces their way. So I think if you're Adrian, you got to find that good balance.
Especially when it's 5-0, there's really no reason to take a bad penalty, let Dearborn maybe have a chance in this hockey game still, or even take a really dumb penalty and be out for potentially playoff hockey.
Couldn't agree more. No reason to give Dearborn life. If you're the Bulldogs here, just keep hounding. As Villard will, as she comes down the wall, ripping in with speed as she hunts that down, as Stitt can't get it in her feet. As Morris collects that one as she takes a cross check. Perrant in the slot, over for Stitt. Stitt not able to get that through, as Perrant still trying. 3 Bulldog players trying to get that in as they're not able to. Borso with a solid effort there in the blue.
We have an icing. Fortunately, no sticks were able to touch that puck. And we'll have a face-off to the right of Burt, left on the screen at home. With 14 minutes left in the third period.
Bulldogs in the D zone looking to get that out as Parent gives that up to Stitt. Stitt takes it down the wing, 2-on-4. She rips that one off the stick as it goes into the netting. A little extra jab from the UMD defender there is Paige Finley as she takes exception to Stitt.
I mean, I think Finley and Warham for the defenders of Dearborn have not been too happy. We've seen a lot of cross-checking after the play, smacking the backside of the legs. And all you can do as Adrian is just take it, grain of salt, and just not do anything dumb.
And you can only think, too, that part of their frustration has to come with their records. They come into this game 23-4-1. And I think it's safe to say they're used to winning. So being down 5-0 definitely comes with some frustration as Gregory comes in, not able to get that through.
It seemed to have a Dearborn player down behind the play. I don't necessarily saw what happened there, Clark. Did you?
I was not able to. I saw a number of players in front of the net, as I could be wrong, but that looks to be Paige Finley again, but could only see the legs just laying down there.
You're indeed right. It is Paige Finley.
So I'd have to bet that was definitely a battle behind the net. We'll see. She takes off that helmet to try and fix her hair, deal some discomfort in her head.
Hopefully she will be all right, as we do not want any injuries for either side.
Good block by the UMD defender there. As UMD will come out into the neutral zone as Miranda's there to knock off the Dearborn player. Miranda, a good stop on the blue line still as Wood will collect now. Gregory not able to collect that one. Back for Spence. Miranda pressuring Spence there. She will play the body. Goodwin giving it up to Gregory. Gregory gets that through as she has Robinson attempting to get that one. Miranda slapping that one back through. As Dearborn not using their awareness, there's ahead of 2-on-1, but I like to just shoot that one in as Shaw will take it all by herself. Shoots that one back around the other way as McCarroll looks to get it. Miranda will shoot that one up the wall. Kept in by Warham. Miranda still battling there, trying to gain positioning as she goes to the ground. Warham, Perro, and Miranda battling there as Miranda lays down as Perro gets her stick out of her legs as we hear the fans in the stands as well as the coach yelling, "Call something."
I mean, if it's a 5-0 hockey game, as we said before, the refs kind of just want to get out of here. A nice little Thursday night here in Adrian College as the refs are jawing back and forth with the coaches of Adrian.
And I can see the frustration for the coaches here because, yeah, you're up 5-0, but you still want the game called fair. You don't want anybody getting hurt. You want the penalties that are penalties being called. You still got to call it fair no matter the score, and I think that's what they're just trying to relay to the refs here.
I mean, the thing about in the second period, we had that nasty knee at Slewfoot, too. I mean, and then Shaw getting absolutely railed from behind. It's just a lot of problems that have just not been called.
As Finley shoots that one in on net. Turnbull collects on the boards. Looking up for McCarroll. Shoots that one back to the defense. UMD looking to get that one through three players as they do, as Shaw will collect one through the middle. She will take that by herself as she gets an area space. She makes a nifty move. Hooked is Shaw, as that could have been a penalty there. And she says to the ref, "Hey, where's my call?" She's not able to get that through.
Not going to get it. Haven't had a call. And I think since the second period, maybe the start of the second period on that 5-on-3, but nothing has gone Adrian way ref-wise, but the score still remains 5-zip.
And I think that's kind of how this game's going to be. Being up 5-0, you know, you're probably not going to get the calls you think you should, but kind of just deal with the cards you're dealt if you're Adrian here. Just keep battling.
That's the one thing you cannot control is the refs.
And Wilshire with a great second effort there to get the wraparound as she's stopped by Warham. As once again, she's in that battle. She stays behind, waiting for Wilshire to get into the D zone. Morris, that was with the turnover. Morris getting the puck back again as she's waiting for her players to get open as Wilshire tips that one. Dead stop at the red line. Spence taking that one in 1-on-4. She drops it. Nicole Hahn tosses that one up to her defender. As Forrester will be there for the Bulldogs. She drops her stick as she collects that one. Stitt with an accidental body, but she will get the puck. Tracking that down is two Bulldogs, and Stitt will apply pressure as Parent gets that, and Stitt gets it back. As that will be offsides as Villard was not able to get back on. And it looks like Forrester had an issue with her skate as she was hobbling over to the bench, but she's able to. And we'll have this puck just outside the zone of UMD.
Looking at Michigan-Dearborn's losses, the highest they've lost in the score count is by 2. They're currently down by 5. So bring it back to the point of being a really good hockey team. They don't lose like this. Their games that they've lost have been close, but this one has just been all Adrian so far.
You can only commend Adrian on that one, just continuing to assert dominance in battle and really just showing all areas that they can effectively use. And a body there by Villard unintentional. But I'll go back to my point is we have really strong goaltending, offense, and defense. And a dirty play by Spence on UMD as she hits the Adrian player, dropping that shoulder in as she's on the boards now as she's down. As she will get tossed from the game, rightfully so. As Villard is the one that was on the receiving end of that hit as she'll go off gingerly holding that shoulder. And Spence will hit the showers as she is tossed from the game.
Cole Hahn looked to be, Spence still on the ice, so I think it was Nicole Hahn that got that dirty hit as she was tossed indeed.
Nicole Hahn, you're right, yep.
22-12, Clarkie. It's a little bit difficult to see the numbers from where we are at the booth as Hahn was kicked immediately for that dirty hit behind the play. I don't know if the camera saw it, but it was right after the play, pass went off, absolutely blindsided her right to the head. I'm interested to see if that's got to be a 5-minute, you would think.
It's definitely misconduct. I think Villard, a couple seconds earlier, she accidentally collided. It could have been with Hahn, but took exception to that and just laid a hit that you just can't do, especially down 5-0. Like, you really got to be smart here. She forces her team to go down on a 5-minute penalty kill, which they just do not need right now.
Yeah, it is.
As they turn the puck over in front of the net, as White is right there waiting to pounce the opportunity as McCown says, get off me in front of the net.
And behind the play, Velarde goes back to the bench. She seems okay. And I think you're completely right, Clarkie. I think it was retaliation from the accidental contact, but you just really just can't do that, especially when you're down by 5. You're making sure that you're not going to lose by 7 to affect the standings even more. And you're just giving Adrian a great chance to put up 2.
And Hahn, not a player that necessarily was playing a physical game so far, so definitely a surprise from her, but the Bulldogs will look to capitalize once again on this power play as Shaw gives it up to McCarrow. McCarrow takes it down the wing, chugging along. She goes behind the net, looking for an open player. She drops that one back to White. White back to McCarrow. She looks to go to Shaw, but Shaw moved. She just barely keeps that one in the line. Back to McCarrow, up to Shaw. Shaw looking to go to Pichet as that's not open, so she'll go down to White. White tossing that one off the pad and score! A Bulldog goal! A good tic-tac-toe play once again on the power play. Right place at the right time was Wiltshire, it looks like, and Borso defeated down there in the crease.
As you said, she did look defeated. She had an opportunity to cover the puck, but right beforehand, Wilshire was able to pummel it home. And all of a sudden it's 6-0, and you still have 4 minutes on the power play for Adrian. Coming back to the point of Han, she just doubled her penalty minutes of the year with that play, with that penalty. As it was a 5 and a 10. She has 16 on the year, so quick double on the PIM. So she's not known for taking penalties like that. But when the game is 5-0, your frustration just gets out.
Very good power play set up there by the Bulldogs. They go tic-tac-toe down low as White kind of just tosses that one off the pad of Borso, looking for an opportunity, and Wiltshire there to clean up the dirt as we still have 3 minutes and 35 seconds left. As Stitt launching that one off the side of the netting. Forcer, good job getting that one off the skate as it goes back to Stitt. Stick gets her stick lift. But she can't shoot that one and go to Turnbull in the corner. She looks to the slot as Forcer goes down. Not able to get off a clean shot. But Dearborn will come up on top with this one. Perro not able to get a clean pass off the back end. She make a quick stop-up move there in the corner. Burr with a good pad save as she's tested once again. And Evans looking to capitalize there. She's not able to, as they'll go up to Wiltshire. 1-on-3, or 1-on-4 she'll go. She stops up, looking for Villard, as she's taken down once again. And we get a penalty here on Wiltshire for the Bulldogs. She'll go for hitting.
Yeah, that was right in the numbers. As Adrian will touch up here, bring a point. Their sixth goal looked a lot like their first on the power play. There was tic-tac-toe in front of the net, and a rebound was collected and put in the back of the net before Borso was able to cover the puck. But got 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey and then 30 more seconds on the power play for Adrian, as we have 7 minutes left in this hockey game, and the score being 6-0 for your Bulldogs.
Now, the Bulldogs don't necessarily need the rest of this power play, considering they're up 6-0, but definitely frustrating when you still got 2 minutes left on the power play, and you don't want to go down and kind of sacrifice your chance a little bit. But Wiltshire getting that last goal now, sitting in the box, so we'll see what they can do 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. Is Dearborn's player Schroeder sauces that one up the wall, but it's missed by her winger. As Forrester just takes down the Dearborn player unintentionally, but they kind of just sit there for a minute.
Forrester was on top of
what she grabs her stick now too.
Forrester was on top of Schroeder. It was a little just awkward as both players couldn't really get up in any quick fashion at all. So they kind of just sat there looking at each other. And finally they both go to the bench. Their first skaters on 4-on-4 hockey.
And you start to feel for Borso a little bit. We've talked about her record. We've talked about everything she's done good for UMD this year. And being down 6-0, you would have thought Dearborn's coach maybe would have made a change there a little bit earlier. But with 5 minutes left in the game, probably not going to make that change now.
As a freshman going in and having such a great season as she has, she'll definitely want to put this game behind her. But again, it's not been really her fault on any of the goals, I would say. But just when you have 47 shots on net, they're eventually going to go in.
Shaw giving up to McCarroll as she would toss up to Pichet. Pichet will go one-on-one, not able to get through. She'll take a slash from Evans in the back and a little bit of a cross check. Shaw getting back there on defense as she's not able to keep that in, but with one hand toss that one. Graken kind of lingering there as she'll veer the puck to the other side as Peterson knocks her stick out as White goes for the puck now. Shooks take this one in 2-on-3. Goes behind the net. She gets another wraparound try. She likes that wraparound through this game. We've seen it work 1 or 2 times. So good effort by White down there. She'll no go battle in the corner. We have 2-on-2 battle as Wiltshire will come out of the boxes. They're on the power play for 25 seconds. Wiltshire goes in front of net, not able to put that one away, but definitely looking.
Borso never really covered that puck. but she had it for a few seconds, got the whistle, and then made sure that to stand her ground as a netminder. You have the blue paint. Sometimes some forwards can get in there, and most goalies do not like that at all. As she gave a slash to, I think it was White.
Now, my dad, being a goalie himself, always told me if you're a player and you're near that blue crease, you're getting a slash in the back of these if you're too close. So definitely learned my lesson a time or two. But Borso standing her ground there as White looks to continue her trek on top of the zone as she tosses that one into the block M.
Nice. 3 more seconds left on the power play for Adrian, so you have to make sure to watch out for Streaker out of the box on the faceoff.
Look to see if Burt lets her players know as she'll stay silent back there, and we'll go 5-on-5 again. Miranda stopping that play. She tosses that one up the wall. See Warham come through. Not able to get that one as she'll lay in a slash on the Adrian player's leg once again. Stitt collecting the puck there as she's interfered with by the ref again. Warham collects that one now in the corner, having some time. She'll chip that one, but it'll go nowhere. As we'll have a penalty now on Dearborn. So Forster shoots that one down, and a good tip by Villard being there on the side of the net. As we now have a stoppage of play as Dearborn will touch up the puck.
See what the call is here. Didn't really get to see it. It was in the corner of our view. We got a cross check on Warham. Looks like she's been feisty in this game so far. Finally gets a call against her as we've seen her cross check and slash in front of her own net, and the Bulldogs go on the power play.
I'd say I'm surprised to see her in the box, but I'm really not, Tyler. She's definitely been one of the driving forces physicality-wise for the Wolverines here. There's a good chance for the Bulldogs, that was, as Shaw gives up to Piché. Piché scavenging the top. She'll toss that one back to Shaw. Shaw over to McCarroll, but that's in the boot. McCarroll kind of shadowing that puck as she'll give it down to Wiltshire. Wiltshire tosses that one up to Sensolio. She'll take that one off the bucket is Piché. McCarroll still batting there. She keeps that in and gives Sensolio a nice little whack. Piché taking that down the slot. Piché with a good shot. She'll go up to the top of the circles again, give that one off to McCarroll. She'll go over to Shaw. Shaw with a shot and a good tip by White in front. Not in the direction she wanted, but good job getting the stick on that one. Up to McCarroll. McCarroll with the shot and blocked by Sensoli. That's a good way to get in front of the net. McCarroll over to Shaw. Shaw looking over her options. She tosses that one through the feet of Schroeder. And a good shot. And a goal! Adrian Bulldogs, 7-0.
Looked like the captain, Tess McCarroll, will get the goal. As the replay shows, a quick just walking down Broadway, and then just the rebounds again. Just has 3 power play goals, 3 rebounds to put in the back of the net, and Adrian goes up 7-0 in this game with 2:20 left in the third. This game is pretty much over, Clarkie.
Definitely a routing by the Bulldogs here so far, and I've liked these last couple of goals by AC so far. We've seen them, you're up 7-0 now, but 6-0 at the time, and typically that's where someone's going to get a little fancy. You kind of get a little happy that you're up that much, but they're getting these grimy, muddy goals in front of the net. We've seen at least 2 or 3 just in the blue paint, and that's where you got to be. Like, if I'm Coach Clark, I'm happy that my team's not shying away from those muddy goals.
Yeah, I've really loved the Bulldogs' intensity. I mean, when it goes 4-5-0, you kind of go away from how you usually play, and the Bulldogs have kept it as they're going to go on the penalty kill, as it would be a clean cross check right in front of the net, as that was Smolinski. Still go on the kill, 2 minutes left, bearing no goal getting scored. They'll be on the kill for the rest of the game. But as I said, as I was talking about, They've just really just brought it to this Dearborn team. They know that they're top 10 in the nation, and they've just really handled them, Clarkie.
They definitely have, and we've touched on it numerous times just talking about the dominance of the Bulldogs, but they're definitely not a team to mess with. As you've seen them number 3 in the rankings, and a team that just continues to win, and when they lose, they bounce right back. So never quit attitude for the Bulldogs. Is they show that right now in the penalty kill. A bit of a battle as Stick grabs Warham's stick and says, "Get out of here." She's had enough of her.
I mean, it was a clean cross check to the face, so I don't blame her at all. And Warham, already known, as we talked about, for the cross checks in front of the net, instead had enough of it as they go on an offensive draw on the PK.
Yeah, she's continued to be pesky against the Bulldogs this game, and Adrian kind of saying, yeah, we don't really care. We've had enough of it, as Stitt shows her frustration as she was knocked down once again in front of the boards, and refs just kind of turned a blind eye to that, and she'll plead her case to the error.
I think the refs are just trying to get out of here. There's 70 seconds left in this game.
Shot over the net by UMD as Forrester will look to get that puck as she's battled 1-on-2. Adrian tossing that one out as Forrester will continue to chase that one down. Good effort by Forrester as that's thrown right to her, and Turnbull in the slot not able to get that one where she wanted it. Was Forrester.
I think she was just trying to dump it and then go off for a change, get fresh legs out, make sure this game stays 7-0.
It almost looked like she was going for that little chip pass on the backhand, but wasn't able to get all of it. And Goodwin looking to go for the pick there, not able to go for it, so she'll stay back, and Dearborn will go down a player there, and Shaw will chip that one out with 30 seconds left remaining.
I love the aggressiveness from Adrian on the kill. They're just hounding Dearborn in the back of their play, and they just can't get anything going outside of their defensive zone.
And Piché with a good pick right there with 15 seconds left, as she will take that one for Shaw in the slot. Shaw with the shot. She's not able to get that one through, but a real good shot there from the point. And I agree with you, Tyler. With 5 seconds left, Adrian carried that no-care attitude throughout this whole game, and I think that's what won it for him.
As the buzzer sounds, the Adrian College Bulldogs win 7-0 against a really good Dearborn team, but they made them look like a lesser team. The Bulldogs, just domination, Clarkie.
60 minutes of play. Adrian College will take this one 7-0 on this Thursday night in Arrington Ice Arena. Tyler, who's the player for the Bulldogs? There could be more than one, but who do you stood out so far in the 7-0 win that made the big difference for them?
I mean, you got to give credit to Stitt. She was just hounding at the end of the play. She had every single time there was a puck in front of the net, she was going. I think the team overall just did really, really well. They came in knowing that they needed to split the series, and that's what they did in a dominant fashion. I'd also give some nods to Burt, as that is her 6th shutout of the season. She faced 12 shots, so not a lot of shots, but when they came, she was able to save them, and the Bulldogs come out with a win.
That will be all for us at the Arrington Ice Arena on this Thursday night hockey. Thank you all for joining us, and good night.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like